Good morning. I got up early this morning and I've heard the little red rooster on the porch. I don't know if he'll crow when you guys are here or not. I bet he does. So I've got my coffee pot on. Hadn't had my first coffee yet, but as soon as it gets ready, I'll go get me some coffee. And I'm going to sew a few minutes on this before my busy day starts. Because I've got corn and all kinds of garden produce I'm going to have to start putting up. I'll be curious to see who's the first one that pops in the chat this morning. See who's the early bird this morning. Who's it going to be? We're going to have somebody join me early this morning. I may move this. Move this just a little bit. Look out. Look out. Oh, get that light. Who we got? Denise. I am up early this morning. I slept into 6 yesterday. And this morning I decided want to get up early this morning. I see Wilkes. Good morning, Wilkes. Good morning, Lisa. Y'all are up early too. I'm not the only early bird. We got more than just me up. I'm not going to talk real loud because Terry's still in bed. Good morning, yo, Patty. I decided yesterday that the only time I'm going to get to work on this during this busy garden season is if I work on it early in the morning. You think? Good morning. Good morning, Virginia Wallace. See if I can. You hear my coffee pot gurgles. Just gurgling away over there. Well, it's a bunch of good morning, Gail Martin. Hello. So I've got Denise and Wilkes and Lisa and yo Patty. Well, I'm seeing 10 over in the chat. I can't believe y'all. I just got on here 2 minutes ago. I can't believe y'all's already up. But you are. See if I can get some of these rows sewed together. Been awake I've been awake. Well, it popped on me. Been awake for a couple of hours. You've been up really early. Yo, Patty's up because the great granddaughter's coming today. Oh, that'll be nice. Folgers is calling your name. I think mine's Maxwell House. Wilkes, I'm drinking Maxwell House. Let me see. Getting myself confused here because I've sewed some of these sashes on and then they don't, and one will need it and another one won't. I think I need to put one right there. Yeah. Let me sew another one on here. I drank Southern pecan coffee. That sounds good, delicious though. Southern pecan. I don't believe I've ever had that. Have you already got your coffee? No, I'm fixing to go get a cup. Let me sew this seam right here, and I'm going to go over and get my cup of coffee. Got up, brushed my hair, washed my face, and that's about all I've put on some clothes, and that's about all I've done. When I first got up, I was hearing the little red rooster on the porch. I don't hear him right now. Virginia's making coffee herself right now. Mine's made because it quit gurgling and boiling over there. I'm going to step over there. I sew in my dining area, so my coffee's just right across the room. So I'm going to step over there and get me some of it. Did you and Terry get your coffee? We're not done with it. Probably half of it's done. I don't even know how many rows there was, 6 or 8 rows. And I know he finished pulling the corn off of 3 of them. And he even went through there with the bush hog and knocked down that we'd finished. The rows that were, all the corn was pulled off of it. Because when you pull the corn off of it, it doesn't make any more. It's gone. But I'm not done with it. I sat last night and cut some off the cob and just put it in a bowl in the refrigerator, and I'm going to cook it down today and put it in the baggies and put it up. When I would use pens, I don't have a recipe. I'm just putting up that fried corn, putting it in the freezer, and I put up a bunch I'm just on the cob yesterday too. I did it both ways, but I'm not done. I'll put up enough corn. We'll eat on corn all year and part of next year probably. Good morning to Sarah Stitches. Let me get my coffee. I'll be right back. I'm back. Show you my coffee cup this morning. You see my coffee cup this morning? Don't want to spill it on my quilt. I just want to work in my garden and hang out with my chickens. Corn in Georgia peaks in the beginning of July, and by the end of the month, it's gone. Only corn left is feed corn. Wilk says roasted corn on the cob is good. I just like my corn plain. I don't want it, doesn't have to be any fancy way. Just plain's good for me. Oh my, Sarah, you're still having a time with your knee replacement surgery. So you're sitting with ice on your knee. Hope you're not hurting too bad. Now I'm going to see if I can get another block sold here. Let me look. Look, that one there. This one there. So what does this one need? I think this one needs another of these little green pieces sewed on it. Plain Jane, I know. Good morning, Cheryl Krause. Good morning, Miss Rita. Good morning to all the hands in here in chat. Look forward to every day to these chats. All of you will lift me up every day. No drama in here. We just want to welcome everybody and help each other have a start out with a good day, maybe. And Denise, I use popcorn kernels, freeze in a Ziploc bag. You hold on your hold the coal longer, about 3 pounds. Oh, you're gonna try. Sarah's gonna try the long arm today. And Linda says, "Good morning from Georgia." Well, Linda, it's good morning from Arkansas here, and I think we got a lot of, I think we got a lot of Georgia people in here this morning. Georgia and North Carolina and just all over. Was it? I don't think it was too hard to learn. The lady, the friend from the quilting, the fabric store in town, kind of, I used hers and down at her shop before I bought my own. And then when mine came, she come out here and she helped me put mine together and helped me set up the first quilts on it. So I had a mentor that helped me a lot, which I appreciated. I'm going to try to read some of chat, but I'm going to let y'all chat a little bit with each other, and I'm going to sew some of these blocks. Because after I turn this off later on this morning, I won't be back to it today, I don't think. I don't think, because I'll be doing that other stuff. It does take practice, Sarah. One time my sisters were over here and they're not they had never worked on the quilt machine. I was going to let them follow the pantograph. If y'all know what I'm talking about, some of you do. She couldn't do it. It was so wiggly and wobbly. It was their quilt, so I didn't take it out, but it was kind of, they couldn't get it. Some people can do it and some people can't, but there's a lot of things that some people is better at than other people too. Virginia ordered pantographs, hoping I can get the hang of it. Any tips? Just you have to just keep it going. You don't stay right on that line. Just keep it going, because if you get off the line and jerk around, it's gonna not look good. I enjoy doing the same for a quilt. I like changing around to the different blocks. I'm gonna step over here with the iron just a second. When I get to talking to you guys, I don't press them as good as I ought to. It's looks a whole lot better and easier to work with if I'd press them a little more. But when I get to talking here, I don't. Let's see. Gail Martin says, "Good morning, Sister Chicken Ladies. Hope everyone is doing good this morning." And Cheryl says, "I make a lot of quilts, never made a sample." I'm missing the comments, not reading them in order, am I? Breathe. And Lisa, awkward quilter, likes the free motion quilt, but I don't think I could do that. You know, Patty, I liked what Lisa did with her hexies. I'm going to try that stitch out. I'm calling it our Curly Q applique. And Cheryl, I had a long arm machine for 12 years. Life got in the way and I don't have it anymore. Really miss it. I quilt on domestic machine now. And Virginia done hand quilting for years, but too impatient now. Got to get it done. You can put a quilt on the long arm, and if you work on it just in a few hours, you can have it out. Just ready to put the binding on. Press this one seam. this way just a little bit more. My makeshift ironing board here. Stay up there. Sarah, I put my Lori Holt Millie's dresses on the long arm before I had surgery, so it's been on there 5 weeks. I need to work on that today. I've got on this one, I'm putting it together. The blocks and sessions going on, the blocks are going together. "19 of you is up early with me in here this morning." I did use a fat quarter from, what was it called? Let me see. I've got it right here. What was it called? Cadence by Crystal Manning was the fat quarter that I used. I think it's just kind of colorful and pretty. I like it. So this one on to here. 4 in this row. You know, we made this sample quilt together in that sew-along, but this is the second sample quilt I made. And the other one was completely different. I made it with Kansas Troubles, is what the fat quarter I used on it. I can't remember the name of which one, but it was pretty too. But Kansas Troubles, it was more darker colors. This is just bright and colorful. It does. It just pops on it. And when I get all it put together, I'm going to put a little green border about that wide around all of it, and then another border maybe 5.5 inches. Make it just a little bit bigger quilt. Press this seam. I've got another row put together. See if I can get the third row put together, which is the one right behind me. What do I need to do? Not wanting to stay up there on me. Did you hear him? I just heard him crow. Good morning, John Hare. He's crowing. I think we woke him up. Bless his heart. He's just a crowing. I got up yesterday. He'd already left the porch. That rooster telling everybody, get up. Yeah, it is. My husband drives Gail says her husband drives a truck. He hauls bathtubs and showers. Sometimes I can ride with him, and we have had deliveries in Arkansas. My part of the state, I'm over in the western part of the state, and it is. I'm here in the foothills of the Ozarks, and it's pretty. It's not flat land. It's just rolling hills. I'm not real fond of flat land. I watch that truck driver, Randy, drives a truck and does those live streams. Y'all need to catch him sometime when you just want to do something. And where he drives sometimes is so flat. I can't imagine living in flat land. Missing your country life. I don't think I could live in town. I like my country life too. The neighbor's rooster isn't waking everybody up yet. I didn't trim them blocks good, so I have to do a little pushing and pulling to get them to fit out sometimes. But I'll make it work. Won't be perfect, but it'll be okay. Yeah. Got the red around that one. Iowa. Gail Martin says, I was very flat, bad for tornadoes. Yeah, I watched a little bit of some of those weather guys last night, and there was tornadoes last night. Iowa and Missouri line, it might have been. Let me look at this again. I'm going to lose everything. These blocks were just wadded. Since I hadn't worked on this quilt in a while, these blocks got wadded up and put in a box, and now they're just real wrinkled. It'll take a while to get all the wrinkles straightened out of them. Cheryl says she can't do yard work or flowers anymore, but I do have lots of plants. Live in a 600 square foot, 1-bedroom apartment. So you live by yourself, Cheryl? Live alone with all your fabric. And your sewing machine. Sewing machine has to have a name too. What do you call your sewing machine? Sew these two before they fall off the wall. Wrinkles. Well, I'm trying to get some of them pressed out of it, but when the fabric was just kind of all wadded up, if y'all know what I'm talking about, not just wadded up, but they wouldn't laid out flat when I put them in the box. And then when I took them out, some of them wrinkles was set in there pretty good. We'll make it work though. I got some other started projects and boxes too. I wonder what they look like. Get this one done, I may start another unfinished project. Named after your grandma Betty. Yes. We got Eleanor. Let's see. Let me go back up here. Dolly, which was my grandma's nickname. Miss her a lot. She taught me how to quilt. That's a sweet name. And Linda, mine is called Eleanor after Eleanor Burns. Love that lady. First quilt I ever made was a log cabin. my first strip piecing I learned from Eleanor books, and my first, I guess the first strip piecing, or the cutting, sewing and cutting, was Trip Around the World. Did y'all do Trip Around the World? That was the first Eleanor Burns one I made. And then I started making those Lone Stars, and she called them Radiant Stars. I made a bunch of them. And then I quit sewing and quilting for a lot of years. And then I started back just a few years ago. But when my kids were little and growing up, I didn't get any sewing done. So that was when I had to quit for a while. And then Grandma Betty, Lisa's still there. She's ironing applique pieces. I got two more. I think this is my favorite block in my whole quilt. I like that one. Let me press this seam right here while I've got it here in my hand. Get a few more of those wrinkles out of that one. Joyce. Good morning, Joyce. Oh, this is your first live. Well, welcome to our live. We're just, it's early morning. The rooster's crowing, and we're just doing a little chit chat and a little sewing and having our coffee. You got something to drink this morning, Joyce? Y'all welcome in Joyce. This is her first time here with us. I like the way Eleanor would throw those fabric scraps over her shoulder on the floor. If she was fun to watch. Yeah. But those books, I had several of her books, Quilting a Day. And you know what? If you had all day to sew on it, you could might near make one of them in a day. They went sewed up fast. I still watch her on YouTube. I do too on YouTube sometimes. Where'd my block go? I've got them every place. Got to see where they went to. I want this one next, but I'm gonna have to look at it on the wall to see what I need to put where. I'm already having to turn them around because I sewed these sashing in some places where on the wrong side and where I didn't want it. Simply Quilts with Alex Anderson. I'm not familiar with that one. Right. Let me study it just a minute. I put one up there and another one falls down. I put this tablecloth up here not too long ago, and it's not stuck up there very good, and my pieces aren't sticking. Well, I need another sashing. Let me move you guys and see if it's under there. It's somewhere. I got cornerstones, but I'm missing the sashing. Well. I think I'm gonna have to go back and cut some more. So let's see. Welcome, Joyce. You are a new sister Rooster. She's a new hen. She'll be a new hen. Come to our hen parties. Welcome to the hen chat rooster party. This morning one we'll call him the only, well, I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say the only rooster alloved's the one on the porch, but that's not true. If guys want to come in here, that's okay too. Denise says, welcome, Joyce. We can't leave out Nancy. So I'm with Nancy. No. Watched. I'm going to have to regroup here and cut me some more pieces. I didn't cut enough of them pieces. Good morning to Linda Peterson. How are you this morning? Don't know if it's getting daylight outside yet or not. 10 minutes after 5. I'm going to go warm up my coffee cup. Oh, yeah, Linda's here. Virginia, I think I'll get my Christmas quilt on the long arm today. Get it ready for that pantograph arriving. Yeah. You know, I think the least favorite thing to do is pin them quilts in there. I know they got new fancy things you can buy to make it quicker to get them in there, but I ain't bought them yet. What are them things called? Them red things that they use. But I didn't ever get them. I just use pins and pin mine in. Just a little light out there now. I'm going to look and see how light it is when I go warm my coffee up. He's crowing. Must be getting more daylight. He's crowing more. Get my coffee. My coffee had gotten cold sitting here. And I peeked out the door. It's still dark outside. I thought I'd take red snapper. That's it. Red snapper. That's what they're called to make it quicker to put your quilt in. But I don't quilt that many. I'll just take the time to pin them in. He wants to get his words in, don't he? Virginia, I use the red snappers, but I like the pins sometimes. I thought I'd take you outside after it got daylight, but I'm not going to go out there in the dark. I have to wait till it gets daylight enough to see. I sure wish I knew where the rest of my red pieces was. I bet there's someplace. Everything's fell in the floor, off the wall in the floor. Got to bend over and pick them up. Surely they're here someplace. I got to organize this mess. I could get more done if I was more organized, but I don't know if I'll ever be organized. Here quilt, there quilt, everywhere quilt, but nothing's done. Everything started. That rooster brings back memories. Had chickens, loved the eggs, even dressed many chickens for the freezer. I understand. I've been there and done that some. It's a lot of work, but I put them in the freezer like that. I bought a lot of chicken too. Virginia, my whole house looks like a cyclone went through it. And most of it, cyclone hit most of the time. That's the way mine looks all the time. And every few days I said, I'm going to get organized, because I tell you that the older I get and the more aches and pains, I think, if I don't get it now, when am I going to get this done? It's not going to get any easier. And I've seen some of you girls in sewing rooms, the fabrics all stacked, all neat, just neat, all the colors organized and everything. That's not me. And Joyce says, organized is a dirty word in your house. Sure wish I knew where them went to, because I hate to cut some of them, find them after I cut them. Virginia, I don't get it all done. I don't. My house is a mess. The floors need swept, bathrooms need cleaned, laundry needs done. But some of that stuff had to be taken care of, or it would spoil. So you have to, or go bad. So the garden stuff has to kind of come first. And Linda says, I made a memory bear the other day for the funeral I went to. The girl loved it. So I hand stitched some his. Yo, Patty says hers is far from organized. I bet it's better than mine. Yes, gardening is time sensitive. When the stuff's ready, that's when you have to get it. Linda Peterson, same way with my first floor. It's like a cyclone, but got material washed and ironed, folded, and put into totes. Have quilts that I cut out. in a tote now or a Ziploc bag. But do you lay them all flat? If I even get one started, it don't get laid out neat, and then it's wrinkled like some of these. Let's see how some of them wrinkles in that white part. Those wrinkles really show up in that white part. So I need to really give it a good pressing to get them out, the wrinkles out. I ought to pick up some of these pattern pieces when I'm sitting here. I still thought that was pretty. Need to make another sampler quilt and put that block in it. I printed out a bunch of them here. Let's see, Amish Star. Which one was the Amish Star? And these are, you can, guys know, but you can find lots of free patterns out there. Lots and lots of them. But I need to find a notebook, a binder, and punch some holes and put them up. Need to put this with my paperwork from a store because that's one of those invoices and what they ship. So it needs to be in a different spot. I think I see a couple of bills laying over there. I need to write the checks and mail off and pay. You buy the big plastic containers at Dollar Tree and put my pieces in it and label. Then you can stack. I have good intentions of doing stuff like that, Virginia. Then I never get it done. $45 quilt tops rolled, waiting to be sewed. To batting and backing, 2 others that are king size ones with flannel that need to be done. You've got a lot of them laid back. Linda, you better start getting them done. It ain't a quilt until it's done. Before it's done, it's just an unfinished project. Good morning, Bernice. I need to go up to the shop and fix up an order for Bernice, but I didn't. I go up there early and do some of them orders, but I don't like to go up there before daylight. And Bernice, is still dark here. What time is 5:20? It's still dark. So. Oh, Wilkes says I can write him a check, but it might bounce, Wilkes. You don't want my checks. Time I paid this insurance, this one was pretty good. It was the insurance on all the farm equipment, the barns, and it's pretty hefty check, the tractors and everything. So it's going to be a big one. We could all write each other a check, couldn't we? Help each other out. Well, I guess I could sew them 2 pieces together, couldn't I? Well, I get ready to cut more of them other ones. Oh, let's see. Look at that. I've got to have a whole row of the sashing and cornerstones down that side. I hadn't even noticed that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut 4 of those. 4. Oh well, I got some more cutting to do. Linda hadn't gone to bed all night. Now it was just too rough of a night to go to sleep. And Linda, are you feeling bad, or was it the stormy weather? Is there a reason why you can't sleep? Stress, worry. There's a lot of reasons people can't sleep. Sometimes storms keep you up. Sometimes aches and pains keep you up. Sometimes just worrying about things that you can't do nothing about keeps you up. PTSD. All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Wish I did. Linda says, well, ladies, I have to go let the dog out and get some coffee. So y'all have a great day. Linda, you have a great day and come back and visit with all of us again sometime soon. And Virginia, it's so dry here in Alabama under heat advisory this weekend. We sure need rain to make hay for the cows. Terry's got hay down right now. He cut it 2 days ago and it's ready to bale today. So he's going to bale hay today. Not a great big patch. And the son is off from work today, means it's Saturday. And so he'll rake for him and Terry will bale it up. And I'll be here working on that corn. That's what I'll be doing. And then after he gets the hay put up, I think Sunday, but tomorrow, maybe a pretty good chance of rain here. I hope so. Doggle Ben, good morning, Doggle Ben. You're still in bed. You're up way too early. I am, ain't I? I'll go to bed early tonight, won't I? It was about 4, I guess, when I got up. So I've been up a long time. Have I seen Bigfoot lately? Not lately, Wilkes. Hadn't seen or heard him either one. Have you? Have you seen Bigfoot lately? I still, some of my pastime when I'm doing stuff and listening to YouTube, I listen to Bigfoot stories on the YouTube a lot. That's one of my pastimes. Because, yeah, I'm a Bigfoot believer. Never seen one, but I believe in him. Oh, Doggle Man rained hard there last night. Bigfoot is up north in Wausau, Wisconsin. I think he's down here in the Ozarks too, Linda. I think he's all over. Big was last seen in my chicken coop. That's, Bigfoot might have got that little red hen that disappeared, you think? But I think that was a coon that got it. When Terry was out picking the corn, he said there was a stalk or two that looked like a corn. When he's picking the corn, looked like there was a coon that had pulled some down and got a little bit of the corn. Bernice needs rain, but everything's dry. It's summertime. We'll be lucky to get rain to keep things going in the summertime. Dog, you go back to sleep, Doggle Man. You go back to sleep and get some rest. And I'll probably be on here again sometime today. I just like visiting with you guys. Must have, it does, probably has relatives, whole clans of them, Linda. A clan of them all over the country, in the Pacific Northwest and in the South and in Florida and Wisconsin. They're just all over, Linda. Don't you think? My Lisa, awkward quilter, my dogs killed a coon last week. Sucker climbed up the side of my house trying to escape. My goodness. Blasted coons will destroy corn. They destroyed whole field of ours a few years ago. We've had them get in ours before too. And they will. They'll just pull them stalks over and get them ears of corn. But I think we got most of it before the coon did. Unless it's been out there last night getting those last 3 or 4 rows. I'm going to peek and see if it's daylight outside yet. We can go outside. It's still too dark to see to walk around out there. So we won't go out there yet. The sky's kind of lightening up in the east, but it's still dark. "28 of you still hanging in here this morning with me. And I've stopped sewing. That sounds like a far off crow. That's probably one that's in the coop where it's supposed to be and not the front porch. Did you hear that one? It's down there. They're not been turned out yet. That's a little rebel one on the porch that won't go in the coop. Well, my chatters, roosters will be the guard dogs. They would probably go to squawking on the porch if somebody tried to come in the door at night, wouldn't they? And my little Heidi dog would alert me pretty quick. She barks when something outside makes a noise. All right, my morning people, I'm going to get off here and I'll see y'all later on today. Some of you that got up too early, go back to bed and take a nap. You can get a few more hours sleep in before it's time to get up. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all again next time. Thanks for joining me for a few minutes this morning. Been up since 4. Me too, Sarah. I've been up since about 4. Yeah, y'all all have a blessed day. I will take care. Y'all will see me again. You'll get tired of looking at me before the day's over. Ending it now. Bye.